Haley Everly, and this is Cafe Everly, where calm is currency and every conversation is a gentle return home. Here we sip truth, slow down, and remember who we are beneath all of the noise. Black women, we weren't taught to be loved. We were taught to be useful. And somewhere between the fairy tales we watched and the relationships that we entered, we forgot we were never supposed to audition for love in the first place. If you've ever felt like love was something that you had to earn, perform for, or prove that you deserved, this one is for you, sister. Disney lied to us. Growing up, most of most of us watched the same movies: Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and we absorbed the same message: be beautiful, be sweet, be patient, and wait for your Prince Charming. But what we didn't see is us. We didn't see Black girls being desired just for existing. We didn't see us being soft, rescued, and chosen without any question. We saw white women in that role, and we saw Black women being strong. We weren't princesses, we were the ones making sure the castle didn't fall apart. And that taught us something very, very dangerous. That love is something that you earn, not something that you receive. We became experts at performing, at overfunctioning, at shrinking our needs so we wouldn't be too much. And when we entered the dating world, we brought all of that conditioning with us. Let's talk about what dating feels like for so many Black women today. It feels like a job interview, right? What do you bring to the table? Can you cook? Are you submissive? Will you build me up while I figure myself out? Love became transactional, and we became the product being evaluated. That isn't in our heads, right? It's being reinforced everywhere, especially in Black dating culture. The rise of red pill rhetoric, the high value woman discourse, the idea that worth is tied to how much we can do, how little we ask for, and how long we'll wait for the man to level up. We're told, be feminine, but don't be too needy. Be healed, but don't be too independent. Submit, but don't expect protection. It's exhausting and it's a trap. Love is supposed to feel like alignment, not a job application, right? You are not a resume, sis. You are a whole human being. Real love doesn't require you to audition. It pursues, it protects, and it honors. It doesn't make you compete for basic respect. So let's talk about what happens when we accept the audition. Because let's be honest, a lot of us have been there, including me. Leave a comment down below if you've ever felt like you had to perform in a relationship that you were in. Because we end up in what I call, or what the Black community calls, struggle love. You know what I'm talking about, right? The relationship where you're doing all of the emotional labor, you're the therapist, the motivator, the mom, the maid, and the partner all in one. Where ride or die means you do all of the writing and your needs die. We're told that this is loyalty and that this is love, that this is what a real woman does. But sister, you were never called to be his savior. That is Christ's role, not ours. Struggle love isn't anywhere near biblical, right? It's trauma bonding dressed up as commitment. It's costing. It's costing Black women our peace, our mental health, and our sense of self. So what I notice that no one truly covers or talks about on this topic is the toll that it takes on us, on Black women. The sleepless nights wondering if you're not enough, for your partner, the years that you spend shrinking yourself so someone will stay. The heartbreak of realizing that you gave everything and the relationship is still crumbling. Black women are the most educated demographic in America. We are capable, we are resilient, we are powerful, but we're also very tired. We're tired of being strong. We're tired of proving our worth. We're tired of performing for love that never shows up the way that we deserve it to. And when we finally speak up, we're called masculine, angry, too independent. But wanting to be loved well isn't asking for too much, and it's not masculine to do that. It's truly asking for the bare minimum. You can't build emotional wealth with someone who bankrupts your peace. So the truth that I need you to hear today, right, is the fairy tale wasn't written for us, but that doesn't mean that love isn't for us. It just means that we get to redefine it. Real love doesn't require you to fix anyone, shrink your voice, perform for scraps, accept disrespect in the name of patience. Real love sees you fully and chooses you anyway. It honors your peace, not just your potential. It pursues you with intention, not convenience. And it aligns with God's design. Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." That is sacrificial, that is intentional, that is protective, and that is the standard. And you don't need to shrink to receive that. You do not need to earn that. If you're watching this and you're tired, I see you. If you've been told that you're too much or you're not enough, I see you and God sees you too. Here's your invitation. Stop auditioning. Ask yourself, what was I taught love was supposed to feel like? When did I first believe I had to earn it? And what would it feel like to be pursued and not proven? Write it down, pray on it, sit with it, because awareness is the first step to freedom. And that's what Café Everly is all about, is awareness. Because we're supposed to be free. Healing doesn't happen overnight, of course, but it does happen when you choose yourself. So I will see you next time at the cafe. Until then, protect your peace, honor your softness, and let God remind you that you are already enough.